So today I'm sharing with you 5 recipes for autumn. They're all vegan and quite easy to make, so I really hope you enjoy, and I'll leave the link to the full recipes in the description box below. I'm going to start with a creamy pumpkin pasta. So first I'm boiling some spaghetti, and then I'm adding some oil and onions to a frying pan. I added frozen onions, and then I added some broccoli pieces and saute until it's soft. Meanwhile, I add to the blender some tofu, about 2 cups of pumpkin puree. I got mine from Sainsbury's, but I'm sure you can get them in most places in the American section. Nutritional yeast, half a cup of milk, and a dash of mixed spices, and then blend it all together. Then I add to the pan with vegetables. I stir in the cooked spaghetti, add a splash of vodka, and cook for a few more minutes, and that's it. Next, I'm going to make a roasted butternut squash soup. So this is a really easy recipe. I just peel and cut 2 potatoes and then cut the butternut squash into cubes as well. I don't take off the skin from the squash because it goes really soft in the oven, and once I blend it, it goes completely smooth anyway. Plus it has a lot of nutrients. Make sure to keep the seeds as we'll use them for toppings in a bit. I then cut up an onion and put all the vegetables on a baking tray. I bake them for around 40 minutes or until they're soft. And put them in a blender. I add vegetable stock and some curry powder and blend it all together. For the seeds, I add some oil and seasoning and then lay them out on a baking tray. I bake for around 8 to 10 minutes. I drizzle some olive oil, top it off with the seeds, and that's it. It's really easy to make, it's super affordable, and it tastes amazing. I usually have it with some bread on the side. Now for the apple spice pancakes. I add 2 cups of self-raising flour, 1/3 of a cup of sugar. I melt the butter and add that too. 1 cup of milk. I added oat milk, and then I grab a can of chickpeas and get the water from them. This acts as an egg substitute, and I just put the chickpeas in the fridge to use in a different dish for another time. I add about 7 tablespoons of it to a blender and blend it for a few seconds until it's frothy, and then add that to the mix. I grate 1 apple and mix it into the rest and add some mixed spices. I set the mix to the side for a few minutes until I prepare the toppings. So for the toppings, I cut up 1 apple into cubes and place on a baking tray with some oil and mixed spices and cinnamon, and bake for around 12 minutes until they're soft. I add some oil on a pan. I put way too much there. And I added some of the mixture onto it. And when I see these little bubbles starting to form, I flip it, and that's it. I just repeat the process until I finish the mixture. For toppings, I add the apple, some more cinnamon, maple syrup, and then I also add some mixed seeds. Now for the pumpkin pie oatmeal. I add half a cup of oats and 1 cup of plant milk to a bowl and heat it up in the microwave for 2 minutes. I add a spoonful of peanut butter for some extra protein, and then half a cup of pumpkin puree and some mixed spices. To top it off, I add some more pumpkin, some chia seeds, raisins and maple syrup. This is one of my favourite breakfasts in autumn and it literally tastes like pumpkin pie. Lastly, the pumpkin spice latte. I heat up some oat milk and meanwhile I get my shot of coffee ready. I use a coffee alternative because I get too hyper with caffeine. And then I add a spoonful of pumpkin puree to the heated milk, some spices and maple syrup. And then I mix it until it's frothy. I add the shot of coffee and that's it. This is my first ever food recipe video, so I really hope you enjoyed. If you did, let me know in the comments below and I'll see you in the next video.